Adaku and the River Goddess. In the old village of Umocham, where the earth was red and the nights were heavy with secrets, a river flowed quietly at the edge of the forest. It was called Udele, a river so calm that strangers mistook it for harmless water. But the elders knew better. Udele did not belong to humans alone. It was the dwelling place of Mo, the river goddess, ancient, beautiful, and unforgiving. From childhood, every child of Umocham was warned, do not insult the river, do not take what belongs to it, and never go there when your heart is full of anger. But warnings mean little to hunger, grief, and desperation. Before we continue, please like, comment, share, and follow. Adaku was born into misfortune. Her mother died while giving birth to her, and the women whispered that she came with death clinging to her back. Her father, broken with grief, drank himself into the grave before Adaku turned 10. She grew up in her uncle's compound, unwanted, tolerated only because tradition demanded it. She worked harder than anyone, fetching water before dawn, farming till her palms bled, cooking for mouths that insulted her between bites. Yet no matter how much she tried, Umocham never embraced her. When she married Obina, Hope briefly smiled on her. He was kind at first, a palm wine tapper with gentle eyes. But after 5 years without a child, kindness dried up like a river in Hamatan. Obina's mother called her barren land. Other women mocked her in the stream. Soon, Obina brought another woman into the house. That was when Adaku learned how loneliness sounded. It sounded like laughter coming from the next room while you lay awake with tears soaking your mat. Please click on the follow button before we continue. One evening, after Obina beat her for questioning the new wife's insults, Adaku walked without direction. Her feet carried her to Udele. The river shimmered strangely that night, reflecting the moon like polished metal. The air was cold but inviting. Adaku knelt at the bank and cried, not small tears, but the kind that come from deep inside the chest. I have done nothing wrong. Why has life rejected me? The water rippled. Then a voice rose, soft, feminine, powerful. Daughter of sorrow, why do you disturb my rest? Adaku froze. Slowly, the river parted and a woman emerged, skin glowing like moonlight on water, hair flowing like dark currents, eyes deep and ancient. It was Nwo, the river goddess. Fear should have made Adaku run. Instead, grief gave her courage. I have nothing left to lose, Adaku said, her voice shaking. Take my life if you want. I am already dead among the living. Please don't forget to click on the follow button before we continue. I do not take lives freely, she said, but I reward truth and punish desire. The bargain. Nneunwa promised Adaku something no human had ever dared to ask for, a child, wealth, and respect in Umocham, but every gift from the goddess came with a price. You will give me your first child, the goddess said. When the child turns 7, they will return to the river and belong to me. Ataku's heart pounded. 7 years of motherhood, then emptiness again. But desperation is louder than wisdom. I agree, Adaku whispered. The river swallowed the goddess and silence returned. Only the water remained, calm, innocent, deceitful. Please don't forget to click on the follow button before we continue. Within weeks, Adaku became pregnant. Umocham shook with gossip. The same women who mocked her now greeted her with forced smiles. Obina abandoned his second wife and returned full of apologies and sudden love. When Adaku gave birth to a baby girl, she named her Ifunanya, love. Fortune followed. Obina's palm wine business flourished. Yams grew fat on their farm. Respect followed Adaku like a shadow. But at night, Adaku watched her daughter sleep and counted the years like a prisoner marking days on a wall. 1 year passed. 2. 5. With each birthday, fear grew. Before we continue, please like, comment, share, and follow for more. On Ifunaya's 7th birthday, the river appeared closer to the compound as if it had moved overnight. The air around Mili Udele grew colder. Fish floated to the surface, dead without wounds. Adaku knew the goddess was calling. She tried to run. That night, she packed clothes and attempted to flee Umocham with her daughter, but no matter the path, they found themselves back at the riverbank. The water began to rise. A promise is a chain. You cannot break it, the goddess thundered. Adaku screamed, clutching her daughter. In madness and fear, she did the unthinkable. She pushed Ifunanya into the river. The child screamed once before the water swallowed her. Silence followed. Please like, comment, share, and follow before we continue. The next morning, the river returned Ifunanya's body, lifeless, pale, and cold, at the center of the village square. The elders wailed, the women tore their wrappers, Obina collapsed. That night, Ineunwa appeared to Adaku one final time. You gave me a child with fear, not faith, the goddess said, so you will live, but never be a mother again. From that day, Adaku lost her voice. No words ever came out of her mouth again. She wandered Umocham like a ghost, pointing and crying silently. Years later, villagers claim that during heavy rains, a woman with flowing hair is seen by Emiri Udili holding a child and singing softly. They say Adaku's shadow still kneels by the river, begging a goddess who never forgives broken promises. Until today, no one in Umocham fetches water from Emiri Udili after sunset, because the river remembers. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and follow me for more stories. Bye for now.